We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Cat's Corner podcast with your host, the three-time world karate champion, WCW and WWE legend, Academy Award nominated film actor, and a co-star of the movie that's out right now called Trouble Man. You can find it on any streaming service. He is Ernest the Cat Miller. I am your co-host,
Amazon.
Ray W. Don't mean to trouble you, Keziah, a.k.a. Big Shug Manager, future Hall of Famers. And this is always brought to you by our friends at Resites.
Before foundations, before frameworks, there's work you don't see. You won't find us in the spotlight, you'll find us in the soil. We don't just move dirt, we shape outcomes. Every grade exact, every line clean, every challenge answered. Because stability isn't built by machines, it's built by people who show up, rain or shine, and figure it out. When pressure's on, when the clock's running, you don't just need dirt moved, you need people you can count on. Resite, built on trust, ready for what's next.
They're ready for what's next. And what's next on this show is the business of wrestling. Talk to me, Big Daddy.
Hey, Big Ray. Listen, if I get quiet, you know Cody is not here today.
Yep.
So if I get quiet, that means I'm trying to maneuver and trying to work my way around this whole thing. As you know,
Right.
this is new to me, being the producer, the head writer, the big show, the big man. So right now I'm in total control. So
Total control.
So if I get quiet because I'm trying to do something, I want you to take over. You got a good voice.
Well, I got a face for radio, they say. But
And most people don't understand, Ray, that you was a big. I mean, you could sing. You a DJ. And you was a promoter for a while.
an actor myself in my own right.
A damn good promoter too. I'm telling you, promoted that event you had in, what was it, North Carolina?
Wilmington, North Carolina, Global Warning, GWA, where broke back means broke back. Anyway.
So what was GWA? What was those?
Global Wrestling Association.
So how did you come up with that name?
Because my friend and I, he ran this DJ company called Global DJ Entertainment around the corner or around the world. So we said, I like it. I like Global. We'll just continue to brand the name Global. So we'll start Global Wrestling Association. And that's what I did.
And so how long did it take you to kind of, before let's say you and that person, your partner, had a thought? It had to be a thought first.
Yeah,
right?
We were just sitting at his house, and we knew some local guys that were doing it, and they were affiliated with George South. And of course, I knew you, and I said, if we want to put something together, let's see if we can do it. And so it started like that.
So with it starting up, how long did it take before you had? What was the first thing you did?
The first thing I did was secure the talent. The second thing I did was secure the venue. Then I had to secure a ring. So I actually did it ass backwards. I probably should have secured the ring first, because the first show I ever did, which you weren't a part of, you were part of I think the third one, but the one I did inside at the Coastline Convention Center had the 6-sided ring in it that TNA used. So that was the only one I could get, was the 6-sided one.
Yeah, the venue. What made you decide? What venue did you use, and why did you decide on that venue?
It was the biggest venue in our city at the time, and the oldest venue. It was Coastline Convention Center. It was downtown on the riverfront. I just wanted to make a big splash, the very first one, because everybody had been doing them in the armories, you know what I mean, or in the school gym. And it just felt hokey to me. So I wanted to give them plenty of parking. I wanted to get, some popcorn. I wanted to have some merch. We had high spots there. They set up a big display in there. I didn't work it right. If I'd have worked it right, I could have got a percentage of their sales. And I just didn't work it right the first one. I learned a lot. I lost some money on the first one and kind of broke even on the last two. Before we decided that it wasn't working, because, the talent wanted more money, the venues wanted more money. We just decided we were going backwards.
So wait a minute. You opened and started a wrestling show, but then you found out, to me, it sounded like you found out that it's was a business too.
Yeah, it's very, very much a business. It's not just the storylines in the back is the business part of it. It's the whole thing. I mean, people don't realize just because you bought a ticket, come in and sit down in that little 12-inch seat and put your feet up on the rail and start screaming and hollering and booing. Uh, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it to get it ready for showtime, for sure.
Well, you surprised me by saying that because I thought you as a smart mark, I thought, and maybe you was the one to think that wrestling was just a show. It
Well,
was just something you come and see your favorite wrestler or your favorite guy in tighty tights.
in underwear. Yeah, as a mark or as a longtime fan, I'd like to say, super fan, whatever, I thought it would have been a little easier. But when you start asking for places and they're asking you what you're renting it for or what you're leasing it for, and you tell them professional wrestling, they kind of give you that side eye like this is a carnivore or it's like a damn circus or something. And that always pissed me off because it's a legit business like anything else, like a tractor pull or a monster truck or a circus or the
So,
fair for
so,
that. You know,
so you wasn't a wrestler. So that's something else. You was a promoter. So
correct.
you understand the business side of a promoter. So
Right.
as a promoter, what was your job? What was the business? Your
Well,
job.
as a promoter, you have to, in the word itself, promote, which means sell. You're selling the event. You're selling it to everyone, everybody you talk to, the people that you're renting the venue from, the popcorn people, the Pepsi or Coke people, the beer people. We had beer there. We were able to serve, alcoholic beverages because we had a 1-day permit. I mean, you got to go to Raleigh and get all. I mean, you have to go to the, 2 hours up the road to get a permit to be able to do the things that we were trying to do. You had to get insurance. All these things people don't think of when you're putting on a wrestling show. So, as talent has their hand out at the end of the night for their money that they've agreed upon, which is awesome. And you're going to pay them first. That's why I'm saying I'd lose money, but I'd go in my pocket to pay the talent because they're the ones putting their lives on the line out there for the fans. Now it ain't
So
their
so
fault. It ain't their fault 60 people showed up and you were expecting 600,
so who do you blame for that part? Is that part of the business? Because as you move along, it's just like starting a podcast.
Hmm.
It's a business. People think
Well,
I just sit down here and just talk and just do, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe people looking at you. You don't care about that because you have to start somewhere and build trust. Build that remember what I said, that community for the podcast here. So we talk about what we want to talk about.
that's right.
We don't have to worry about what WWE don't want us to say because I'm not affiliated with WWE
We
or
ain't on nobody's
AEW.
payroll.
AEW, we could talk about whatever we want to talk about, and those same people that you want to hear, that you want to be heard by, maybe another superstar wrestler, Sting. Sting listen to us.
Hey, Sting,
The Undertaker listen to us.
what's up,
It-
Undertaker?
you've been before in one of these conventions where these guys like Ric Flair, somebody walk past me and say, "Hey, Cap, we like your podcast." You've been there before.
And they always say, "Who's Ray?"
Yeah. I mean, who is Ray? So, but today I just want to stay on that side of business. And 'cause when I got into the business itself, got into wrestling, I got into wrestling not knowing anything. I got into wrestling not knowing anything.
I get it.
And when I came in, it was just crazy, man. It's like not only are you trying to make the squad, not only are you trying to get a spot, not only you I try to learn wrestling, I try to learn what to do and what not to do, but then that's a side of it. Once you sign that contract and you see all those zeros, it became a business for me. Now, I got to do what I have to do to reach that next level. That next level means $750,000 for 2 years. If you make it to your third year, you get 1.2. If you make it to your fifth year, you get 2 point something. Now, you kind of balance it off because you don't want to let it take over money, but you want to keep that in the back of your head. You got to play business. You got to be your own business. Ernest Miller is a business.
That's correct. That is correct. People
So-
don't realize that. You're an entity among yourself.
So
You are your own business.
Keep talking about that. Let me get the guy in who actually helped me through the business, and he gave me all the information. I mean, these guys who have been there, a lot of young guys get in and they make their first $100,000.
Right.
They own TV.
Mm-hmm.
They go buy a new fancy car. People recognizing them. Sometimes they get so big-headed, they get so much confident that they feel they don't need anybody. Shit, I got a brand new Mercedes. I'm getting a check every month for being on TV.
Rolex. Got to get that Rolex.
Yeah. So
got to get that chain around that neck. Got to do all that stuff.
These guys understand. Later, they understand that it's a business too. You got to have that business side of you. You got to learn what it takes to get to that next spot.
Some
you got
of these guys
to grow
think
in
those
it.
checks never gonna stop coming too. You know what I mean?
Hold up. You got to grow. Listen, Ray, you got to grow in this. It's something you got to take chances. You got to improve. You got to be smooth. You got to have people in this business that want to work with you. And then you got to create something that people, the fans, want to see.
Yeah, they want to buy into whatever
they want to buy into it. So you got all this going on. Now, if you're a young guy, you just coming into the business, this can overwhelm you. This can take over you because it's so much stuff coming at you, and it's coming at you fast. Fast. I mean, think about this. Some people come afford to buy a hamburger to eat. Then next thing you know, you got enough money to buy anything you want to do is eat. Before he found out he didn't have enough money to buy a hamburger, he stayed in shape. All he did worked out. But when he found out the money he got, he can eat wherever he want to eat, as many times a day as he want to. Guess what he started doing? He started eating. Then next thing you know, you got to slow it down because now you to put on 10, 15, 20 pounds. They ain't going to have that on TV.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to take care of it, but you got to slow down. It happened to me, and I'm going to tell you why. I had a little money when I first came into the business. Eric Bischoff hired me. But then we was on the road so much, and I could have ate anywhere I wanted to. I could have went into any restaurant I wanted to go into.
Mm-hmm.
So I was making so much money that I didn't step it up. Man, I started going to every fast food place on the highway, boy. Every time we passed something, he'll stop at Burger King, stop at McDonald's. And before I got into the business, Ray, guess what? I was in shape, man, muscled up, karate, because all I did was worked out, and I didn't put that food in my body because I would eat at home. But being on the road with all the money, I didn't think about business. Till one day, I'm walking down the hall. Here comes Eric Bischoff, the president of the company, coming my way, and I'm talking on the phone, and Eric just walking by. He used to always say, "Hey, Ernest," say hello or say something. This time, Eric Bischoff walked past me. He slapped me on my stomach. He touched my stomach. He didn't say nothing. He didn't smile. He just a little pat on the stomach. He walked off. You know what I started thinking? I said, whoa. He trying to tell me something without telling me something. I need to lose this weight, man. I need to lose this weight. Let me tell you, that's when you saw me with the 6-pack. After that, I started eating right. I started doing what it would take. My body was part of my business.
Correct.
And I had to get it in shape. So go ahead and keep talking. Let me get my man on here that really helped me out about the business. Go ahead,
Is
Big
he a
Ray. Take
is
over.
he a returning guest?
You know who it is.
He's my friend.
Let me get
Well,
him on here.
you talk about staying in shape. He stays in shape. You've stayed in pretty daggone good shape too, being out of the ring as long as you have.
Can you
I
still hear
haven't.
me? Can you still hear me, Ray?
Yeah, man, we still
Oh,
together.
okay.
We
Okay,
still
all
together.
right.
We don't
Well,
have
well,
any. We
listen.
don't have anybody on the thing tonight. Nobody's asking any questions.
Well, maybe we don't. Maybe it's something I didn't click because I don't
No,
even see it.
no, it should be. They should be able to click right on there and start talking.
No, it's believe me, it's something wrong. If it's not anybody on recording only, yeah, it got to be some people on there. Comment,
Well,
let me see. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. But it
Okay.
ain't that big a deal. We got our buddy coming on, and we're gonna talk the business of wrestling. We're gonna talk
Here,
about
let's get this guy on here too before he go.
yeah,
This
before he
guy
gets
right here,
mad. Before he gets
Shane.
mad. Oh, we got
Hey,
Shane. Okay, okay.
what's up? What's
Shane.
up?
Let me ask you something.
What's up, guys?
What's going on with AEW? I heard that they had one of the biggest shows or something, live events, live shows with more people than any time. Tell me what you know about that.
Well, I mean, we're talking about Forbidden Door from last
Bro,
night, or
you
yeah,
you got
Yeah.
an AEW, you got an AEW hat on. You're
I
a
know,
fan. You
I
should
know,
be able to answer these questions. Yes,
I
of
am.
course. In London, yeah.
Yes, yes. So what do you want to know? You want to know my opinion about the show?
No, I
No, I
don't want
guess
to know
what
your
he's wanting to
opinion.
know is the O2 Arena
Yeah,
has had wrestling in it for 50 years, and last night they broke an attendance record at the
right.
And
O2 Arena.
I hear what 18,000 people.
Yeah. So yeah, something like that.
So what made this show so big? Why so many fans all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, I think like whenever they go to Europe, I mean, any promotion, I think when you go to Europe, you're going to just draw well. I mean, it just tends to be the way it is. I mean, if you go to England, Ireland, whatever, these shows draw well. But I mean, you know, it's just I don't know. I mean, it was a good card. I mean, I feel like all their pay-per-views are booked really well. I mean, they're star loaded, and I mean, you know, I don't know. It's a look. The only people that hate AEW are the WWE marktards. Okay, they're the only people that hate AEW, and these are people that will watch it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not what I asked you.
All right. I know.
I asked you about that one event
Okay.
because
Yeah.
to me it seemed like the business of wrestling is
Mhm.
getting huge. Now you're talking about the second company, AEW, getting a large crowd. Now that means something. The business is coming, it's moving. This business is a business now.
Yeah, but didn't they get like 30,000 at Wembley Stadium a couple years ago? Or, I mean,
80,000.
oh yeah, 80. All
But
right, sorry.
but this was indoor right here,
Right,
Yeah,
right?
this
right.
is the biggest, the
Yeah.
O2, but I think it's London, bro. I just think it's London. Like he said, they're
Yeah,
starved for professional wrestling, especially good professional wrestling. So when
yeah,
AEW or WWE comes to town, they're packed.
yeah. I mean,
So
it would.
so still, I want to know, is the business getting bigger or what's going on?
Uh,
Y'all keep talking
Can
about
I say
fans.
this? I want to say this though before we move any further, so it doesn't cloud anybody's judgment about the O2 Arena. When the WWE comes, their production is so much bigger that it takes up more seats. So
How do
yeah,
you
you gotta
know?
weigh it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta weigh
How
it out.
how
You
do
gotta
you
weigh it
know,
out.
Ray? How do you
Huh?
know, Ray? I mean, where do you get your facts from?
I'm just being smart. I know that it takes a lot more to put up them big walls of stuff that WWE has versus
Hey,
AEW.
hey,
So you got
hey,
more seats
where
to
AEW is
sell.
doing AEW is doing something with business. I like what I
I
see
like it.
with
I
them.
like it too. I
I
think there's
like
room
what
for
I see
everybody
with
to eat.
them. Tony is running. Tony is really running a you know what, big business over there. He running the company like a business. I know people talk about it. He's a mark. He's this, But Tony is he 10 toes down. Every time you see him, he's working to make this company bigger and better. And somebody's in his ear telling him how to run the business. And I'm gonna get my guy on here, Shane. Shane, thanks for coming, man.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
have you on a little later, and I need you to give me all my detail about AEW now and put a shirt on.
Am I coming back on this show or another show?
No, Big Stevie don't like you, and I don't want Big Stevie to come on and rip you apart. So
Who's
I
Big
got to get
Stevie?
you out of here.
Stevie Ray. Harlem
Oh,
Heat.
Stevie Ray. What up, Stevie?
Yeah.
He was always nice to me.
Let me
He
get
was
him on.
always
Let me
nice.
get him on.
All right,
Let
guys.
me get Steve. Let me get Steve.
hang on,
Hold up.
don't go
All right,
I'm gonna let you say hello to Big Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
He's here, but I just don't see him. Do you see
Oh,
him?
there
There
he
he is.
There he is. What's up, Stevie?
He's just
Stevie
not going
Ray.
to talk to us.
Stevie Ray, you don't want to talk to us? Stevie Ray, are you there? Stevie Ray, you got your own podcast. You should know you should be ready to go, Stevie.
Hey, this is live, baby. This is live. This is what you get when you're doing live.
I hear him breathing.
Talk to us, Stevie.
Big Stevie, what? Oh, there he is. He's somewhere. Let's see what he got going on now. Hey, you guys keep talking. Let me bring it back on.
Well, I mean, you got to meet Stevie. We got to see Stevie.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've met him before.
Yeah, Stevie Ray. He used to hook me up back in WCW. He used to always sign all my shit, and he wasn't even nice to everybody about signing, but he would always hook me up.
But
Yeah,
Stevie Ray know the business, man. He taught me a
Inside
lot.
and out.
Stevie Ray would tell me, okay, Cat, and Booker T. Hey, Cat,
Yeah.
this is what we want. We want to talk about this business. Don't play with this. If somebody offer you this, you got to be willing and ready to do it.
Can I just say though, I don't know if like the business, I wouldn't say that the business is really getting bigger. I mean, like, look, when you were wrestling in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, I still think that was definitely the biggest because, I mean, look at the ratings. I mean, just the ratings alone, you guys were getting WWF at the time, WWF, and then WCW were getting 5 million, between 5 million and 8 million viewers, right? Most weeks. And I mean, and that's going head to head.
9.
Yeah, crazy shit, man. So, I mean, nowadays, I mean, look, AEW on TBS or TNT most weeks is getting like, 600,000 to 700,000. But then they also have the streaming. So we'll never know unless they come out with the streaming, views, how many viewers are really watching each show. But then, like, look at SmackDown since they moved to USA. And I told everybody SmackDown was getting the ratings they were on free cable, which was just over 2 million. Now, when Fox had them on, their expectation was 4 million plus viewers per week. Then now it's other Stevie, bro. So anyway, since they've gone to USA, it's gone 1.4, 1.5 most weeks. So, I mean, that's not good.
Hold on. Can you hear me, Stevie? Stevie. Can everybody else hear you?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you
What's
now,
up?
Stevie. You going in and out.
Yeah.
Big Stevie, you got a podcast. You're supposed to be an expert at this.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
He might be on mute or something.
Hey, dog, I just chimed in. You sent me the link. I chimed in. Now, if your stuff ain't,
My stuff, hey, our stuff look good, Stevie.
if you got weak service, don't talk to me about it. Upgrade.
Big
Big
Shane,
Ray,
tell
tell him to pay the bill.
Big Shane.
Tell him to
Yeah,
upgrade.
I
hit
need to
you
help
up,
pay
Big
the
Shane.
bills, I guess.
Stevie, what's up, bro?
Don't get on me.
Hey, Big Shane, I'll hit you back up, man. Let me get him out of here.
All right.
All right.
Big-
Let's see if that helps. By
Let's
getting
see if
3
that
on
helps.
instead of 4.
Don't get on me. I'm trying in.
Bro,
How you doing, brother?
Bro. What's
How you
up,
doing?
Big Steven? What's up, Big Steven? Can you
He's
hear us?
frozen.
You froze though. That's your stuff, Big Steven. We never have a problem. I'm like, oh, okay.
There he is.
All right,
He's
that boy
good.
got the Drink that
Good now.
moochie juice.
I think
Getting some of that wild turkey 101 in him.
That boy got some old Coke 45 up in there.
I think having
Some
four
malt-
people on
some malt.
overloaded your system, man.
Yeah, what you got? Some malt liquor in that thing?
'Cause
What
I
you
can't.
got on there?
I can't.
Big Steve got some malt liquor
Actually,
in
it's cran apple juice, man. I drink cran apple juice to keep my self kind of cleaned out, man.
Keep that
You don't.
So I drink cran
urine
apple juice.
going.
Urination, yeah. You got to keep that. Yeah, make sure you don't get no kind of disease on that peckerwood, that little peckerwood.
Don't want to be no Dick Trickle. You want to be a damn Dale Earnhardt, not no Dick Trickle.
So Big Steve, we got you on this show, Big Steve, because we're talking about the business. You know, and as you know, when I came into the business, I was coming to wrestle. But it was a good thing I ran into brothers like you and your brother. You guys talked about business. That's why, listen, it's a lot of things people, the marks, the fans don't know because they don't think the business. They come to see a show. They come to be entertained. Nobody thinking about, how much money they pay for these chairs? How long did it take for them to negotiate this venue? Not too many people thought about that. You guys don't think about that. But when we get there, we got to put all that because, hell, what they don't spend or what they spend may take away from what we make. So I have people like Stevie Ray, and it's not all about money either when we talk about business. Sometimes the way you do each other.
Right.
Let's talk about this, Big Stevie. If a guy popped me in my mouth and bust my lip, even by mistake, they call.
You keep going in and out, so I'm trying to catch everything you're saying. So I'm.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
I think we're on just a little bit of a delay with Steve for some reason.
You're going in and out. I hear you, but you're going in and out. Like
okay.
But I'm hearing every word.
It don't.
Yeah. Big
Don't seem
Steve,
like a delay.
That might be on your end.
It just seemed like you're cutting in and out, Ray. On my end.
We're getting the in and out on you is what we're getting.
Okay. So you know what I'm saying.
I think you
want me to dump? You want me to dump? You want me to dump out and come back in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And Cody.
Okay.
Fix it. Yeah.
I'll try that.
Yeah, we'll just fix
I'll
it.
try it.
Let me tell Shane to get his ass. He's still hanging out in the back of the studio. Let me get him out of here. Come. Hold on, Stevie. Hold on, Stevie. Hey, Shane.
What up, man? You want me gone? I thought you said you were going to bring me back.
No, the next time. We want you out of here. I think you might be messing up Stevie Ray. Thanks for
you
coming.
Don't even like looking at me in the waiting room. I mean, what?
Shane, thanks for coming. But you don't look
AEW great again, Shane.
Yeah. We want AEW
and make America great again.
Oh, see, it's time for you to go. All
right.
Trump.
He's still hanging out in there with his shirt off. What kind of dude is this?
I don't know what kind of show we run in here, but this is an all ages show. All right, let's get Stevie back.
Man, this dude is
messed up.
Bro, tell the dude to hang up, man. Okay, he's gone now. All right.
We need to get some tin foil on some of Stevie's antennas or something.
Yeah, let's get Stevie back in because you heard everything I said, right? Man, I hope
he didn't hear you. I heard everything you said. Yeah.
I hope we could get Stevie on because Stevie know the business side of it.
Of course.
There you go. There you go. Let's bring him to here. Let's see. Big Steve.
Okay. For him and Book, you wouldn't have got smart in this business. You owe everything you got to Stevie.
Well, no, where was a few? It was a few other people. It was a few other people there too.
They pulled you over and said, "Listen, these damn crackers. Let me tell you how they gonna do you." Now you know that was the right thing.
Ray, we're not gonna go and be racist.
We ain't racist.
You the one saying that word right there. Let's not do
Listen,
that on
Cracker
here.
Barrel, man. What are you talking about?
Hey, I
I'm
had
going when we
white.
hang up. Get some pancakes.
Listen, I had my white brothers, I had my black brothers, had my Indian, I had my Mexican, I had everybody who was there who would hit my. But Big Steve was just
But
the
who
one
was
who
straight fucking shooting with you though?
straight shoot. Big
Straight
Stevie
and
Ray.
shooting Stevie
Big
Ray. That's what.
Big. The first thing Stevie told me when I got in, Stevie said, "Hey, Cat, don't be playing around with these white boys too much now, cause they gonna take it too far, and you gonna knock one of them out." And the next day, I really didn't get it, but the next day, I'm getting my ankle tape, and it was Scott Steiner, Nash, and they ain't gonna tell you who the guy was, but they taped some guy hands around a pole, like hugging a pole, and they took out their belt. And he had like the thong, and they were spanking his ass. And I was like, man, these guys going a little too far with that, right, Steven? And then one looked at me and said, "Yo, next." I said, "Bro, I don't play like that."
Yeah.
I didn't laugh. I didn't joke. I looked him right in the eyes and said, "I don't play like that." So Steven, enlighten us about this business. You would talk. Let's talk to you about this promoter. This promoter who think like. Let's talk about these
which
promoters. All of them. Any one you want to talk about, because you know sometimes these guys get a little. These guys get a little money. They get a little. They get your phone number. They call you, and then they ask you to make money off of you, not with you. But I'm gonna pay you less than what you worth. And I want you to be happy enough to come and show up and talk, and you be my show horse. Why I get people to shake your hand, and for every $50 you get, I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna give you 10 of that dollar. I want you to be happy. Some people go for that, but some people like us, I know my worth.
I know.
So, Big Steve, what do you think about that promotion side of the business?
Well, that's the thing, man. The more you know about the business, the better you off in it, the more you land on your feet. And like I always say, you're not gonna prostitute me, bro. I'm not gonna let anybody prostitute me in this business. I can prostitute myself. So when people offer you money, they feel as though they take some kind of dominion over you. They feel that way. You know what I'm saying? In this business, because they've never been nothing. And by the mere fact that I'm paying this man right here, who used to be on television, this, that, and the other, and people, know who he is. Now I'm paying him. That makes me a somebody. So I feel as though now I'm in the business just as much as him. And then they start to disrespect the business. Not only you're disrespecting that individual, you're disrespecting the business. Some people just have that mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them been wanting to be in this business so much. And Kat, you and I have discussed a person just like this. I'm not going to call his name on this show, but I'm going to call his name on my show.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to make an example out of him.
Okay. And
Ray, you don't know who we're talking about, but you and I have discussed this in private.
And first of all, this same promoter called me. Months and months ago and wanted me to write this book for him. He wanted to tell me how my story went. I was like, wait a minute, it's my book.
Right.
This shit happened to me.
It's me, yeah. How do you want to correct me on my storytelling? You're supposed to have someone there to just take this information and turn it into a book. Or this guy right here telling me, oh yeah, how to work with this. I got 3 movies. He talking so big. Right. And then when you get to meet this guy,
see what I'm talking about?
This dude look like somebody live in his grandmother's basement. Yes. He looked like he may have been on that short bus going to school. And they all look alike, Stevie. They all look alike.
I hear you. I agree with you.
So
I agree
just
with
wanted
you.
to know. I just wanted to know
You know,
where and how
but
are they seeing
that's
the
that's
business?
typical.
I have to be quiet because
I
I
didn't
was a
catch that.
promoter, but I didn't promote like that.
I didn't
So
catch
it
that.
is. I said I have to be quiet because I was a
Well,
promoter, but I didn't promote like that.
this is the thing, Ray. No, it's just not all of them. It's just certain ones. So let's not put it in context that we're talking about every single solitary guy that was a
Oh yeah,
promoter.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's get
There's
that
always a
understood. We're
bad
not talking
apple.
about the guys that respect the business. We're talking about the ones that don't. As a matter of fact, when Kat and I a few years ago, the Cat and I was in New Orleans doing WrestleCon, and I was working for my boy's company. That I was also doing autographs, but I was also working for my boy's company, Title Match Wrestling, where I was going around. And that same weekend, if you go back and look at that tape, Big Ray, of me talking shit to a guy and calling him out because he had brought one of our friends in. I'm not going to call our friend's name, okay? But he was a black guy, okay? And he was treating him like shit and talking to him like shit because my friend told me this. So that's why I took it upon myself to put him on camera and just lambaste him. But he didn't know why I was doing that. But that goes to show you this is what I'm talking about. Okay, if you go back and look at that tape, you will see it. I'm not calling any names, but I'm just saying, treating the guy like crap, man, just because he could. You know, my boy needed his back, you know. But anyway, that is what it is.
You jumped in there
But
and
that
gave him
happens in the
business.
business a lot. But
Oh,
you know, that's where wrestling is going right now. That's where.
but Stephen, let me talk about this right here. The whole business changed. You know, I mean, it was things you could do back then that they don't do now. You know, places you will go and want
Oh
the
yeah.
people to see you. They don't care no
Yeah.
more. The business has changed. I'm not saying it's better or worse, but the business, man, the business is what it is. It's a business. People don't understand. Listen, WWE right now is a what, $9 billion company? $9 billion. Do you understand? Someone had to
I know it's
take it
somewhere
there.
up there.
Yeah, someone had to take the business there. I mean, you know, they got.
That's true.
Let me look. Somebody had to take it there. You know, you got WWE books. You got You got the WWE library. You got WWE music group. You got WWE network. You got WWE performance center, school. You got the WWE studio. Now WWE on what? AAA, Worldwide, Tap Out, WC. These are just brands they own. WCW Inc. and others.
Right.
Man, somebody did a hell of a job, man. Took a great CEO of somebody to take this company to where it's at today. And I'm not just saying Vince McMahon wasn't. I
Right.
mean, Vince McMahon did the TV. He did the TV stuff.
Right.
But they had some smart people that work for him to understand this is a business, big business worth $9 billion. So the little things you see on TV, Big Stevie, the little thing you see on TV. I remember one time I've turned my back to that red light, the what you call the big camera,
The hard
Stevie?
camera.
The hard camera, Big Stevie. I turned my back to the hard camera and
Hard
started
cam.
talking. Yeah, because the crowd was so hot, I turned my back and started talking to the crowd. Vince McMahon called me when I got back in. He said, "Hey, Cat, don't worry about the people in here. These 20,000 people at the United Center. Don't worry about them. Keep your face in that hard camera because those are what a million and millions of people are. You talking to more people. Now, just that little thing right there, that bit of information made me a better person in the business. Not a
That's
better
true.
wrestler, but I knew the business a little bit.
Mhm.
You know, and you try to compare this to the
Mhm.
NFL. You know, you try to compare it to the
Mhm.
NFL. Stevie. You can't. You can't. Or you can. Now it's $9 billion. You can compare
No,
this to anything.
no. Well, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Professional wrestling right now in its existence is the biggest form of entertainment on television. It's the most influential part of sports entertainment on television, bar none. That is why they just signed a deal with ESPN,
For sure.
Netflix. What does all these different streaming outlets got in common? That is what everybody wants a piece of professional wrestling in one way or another. Yeah,
It's become
the UFC
cinematic.
didn't. Yes, it's become a part of. Put it like this, Ray. What used to be subculture now is the biggest form of pop culture.
Amen.
Pop culture is what pretty much runs everything as far as entertainment wise in this country and around the world. Pop culture. What are young people into? What is the new style? What is the new dance? What's the new song? That's pop culture.
Correct.
And wrestling is right there in the midst of it.
That's why everybody wants to be a pro wrestler.
So yeah,
all the rappers.
It's a billion-dollar business.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You used to be a certain kind of guy, or somebody had to direct you. You know what I'm saying? To be in professional wrestling. But now, just like anything else, kids want to be pro wrestlers as little kids.
Correct.
They're training little kids. You know, some of these independent training places, kids. I've seen it here in my town. But they get them little uniforms. Get them little uniforms and stuff like that. It's another way to get money out of the parents, man.
Dude, and I
It's a
think it
hustle,
would go
baby.
over if
I'm
they
just
did
being
a TV
honest.
show of 12 and under, say from 7 to 12 years old, had a wrestling show. I think it would go over like gangbusters. I really do. I think we should do that before somebody else does.
I think you're 100% right. I think you're right. Have you seen a lot of these YouTube videos of these little kids coming off the top of the bed and stuff like that? I mean, it's crazy. And I'm like, this is so funny. Yeah,
Steve,
it's so funny, man. Yeah.
Big Ray. But what about the business? We're talking about the business. I like to stay there because I see so many things, man,
Yeah, that's what we are talking about. We are talking about the business. What you talking about?
Yeah, well, it's the side of the business that I want to reach now. And that side of the business being like, who run the show? Who tell people what to do? Who tell people how to do? Now,
Okay.
now you're looking at these small venues. You know, let's talk about the thing with that happened with Rajay Jackson. Did you hear about that, Stevie? Did you hear about that, Stevie?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yes, I did. Hey, it's pro wrestling. It happens. I've seen that happen before. So that ain't new to me. It's new to people like you guys. It ain't new to me. I'd have seen it before. You know, when somebody either outside the ring get overzealous or somebody inside the ring get overzealous with somebody that's not a part of the show. I've seen it. I promoted a show where this happened. In Pasadena, Texas, I promoted a show where a fan got it handed to him by getting overzealous. So it happens, man. I mean, that incident right there, other than the fact that it's got a famous MMA person who is a son of a famous MMA person, take that away from it, what you got?
You got a guy
You got
jumping
something
in
that
the
happens
ring.
all the time.
Yeah,
but the
If he
business
wasn't
side
quitting,
hey Steve, the business side of that though. This
when
why I
Paige
say-
Jackson, huh?
when I talk about that, though, I talk about the business side of it. The business side of it, again, is people also said when you get into the business and you go in there,
Yo, Cat
everybody.
keep cutting off. I can't understand exactly what he's saying.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
The
Stop talking
business
for a
side,
second. Let it catch up.
yeah. The business side of this is you guys told me this. Everybody gonna be trying to tell you.
I think Cat getting too close to the mic.
You think so? Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
I can
Not
hear
that
you
far
fine.
back. Yeah, I hear you now.
All right. Okay.
See, I
So-
think you're on a delay with him.
I don't know what it is. It's
I think we
breaking
both
up on
are.
my end. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's on your end. But Big Steven, listen. People gonna tell you something.
Ray, it's cutting all the way out.
He's cutting all the way out. Can you
See what
hear
I'm
me though?
I hear
But you might be
Big
right
Ray.
a little bit, but go ahead.
3,
I hear you, Big Ray.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
No, go
Anyway.
ahead. Go ahead, Cat.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. So we'll just keep it kind of short too, because listen, the business side, when I got there, everybody gonna try to tell you something, especially when you're getting over. You got one wrestler telling you one thing, and somebody else telling you something. Some wrestlers may say, shoot on them. Some wrestlers may say, hey, just go hard on them. You got a receipt. But I'm thinking, like, why would I do anything in this ring that's gonna cause me from getting to that next level, which level was how much money I was gonna get made if I make it to my second or third year. That's how I was looking at this as a business. So when someone told me, say, hey, you know, you should shoot on him, I had the business sense. Why shoot on somebody and get fired? That's number one. Number two is this right here. I wasn't a young guy. This guy right here, man, dude, he wasn't a wrestler. Somebody told him, hey,
Yeah, he's like 22 years old, isn't he?
we're gonna do a spot, and we're gonna have you come in, and you gonna, you know, he was just in the wrong territory. He was in the wrong. Yeah, I think he was in the wrong locker room because no one in there was looking out for this guy.
Oh,
No
they
one
took,
was
it
looking
took
out
4
for
of them to get him off of him. Hell, it took a lot of people to get that.
Well,
kid off of him.
you want me to respond? You want me to respond to that?
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just
You
saying.
want me to respond to that?
Yes.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to
Yes.
because you guys.
Oh, no.
I
You could
want you to respond.
possibly be right, but that's the thing. No. I got you. What you're saying could be 100% right. I don't know, but what I'm saying is whether you've been. It all boils down to respect. If you haven't been trained for you to respect business, and when I say respect the business, you got to respect all facets of the business, if that makes sense. All facets of because this is a show. If you have a problem with someone, of which I've had problems with plenty of people, plenty of times, I never let it play out in the ring. You never mess the show up.
Exactly.
It's a time and a place for everything. And if you don't have the mental consciousness, if you don't have the mental consciousness to know how to handle a problem, professional wrestling is not perfect. The guy you're working with is not perfect. So things can happen. But if you're not cognizant of these things, which has to come from the people that train you, this is what happens.
There you go. You said the
This
right
is what
word.
happens.
Those people who
And I'm
train
telling you right now, it didn't happen to me.
and that's what we're talking about, Big
You
Ray.
got to have a
Big Ray.
certain decorum for the business.
Right.
For the business.
Right.
Now,
So
Steve,
don't ever
I'm
let
gonna slow
things
you
go
down.
into.
I'm gonna slow you down with the business because I love that business side of, and that's why I'm trying to stay right there. That young guy just did not know the business. I don't think
Okay.
anyone can come on and try to sue him or either try to lock him up because somebody gave him the authority to be in the ring. Whoever put him in the ring went against the business because he knew nothing about it. So that's the business side. But I want to keep this business right here, man. I got a young guy right now. I met this guy right here, and this guy right here is a business guy that started. He's fourth generation. This guy right here started a. I don't know if he took the business to where it's at today, or when he got it, it was already rocking and rolling. But right now, the business is on. Oh, I can hear you, Big Stevie. Yeah, he's a fourth generation. Can you hear me?
I don't think it's Stevie. I think it's whoever's listening to you.
No, that's Stevie Ray.
Was it?
Yeah, that's Stevie.
It was
So
Steve
anyway,
Mack.
yeah. So anyway, I want to hurry up and get this guy out here because I really want to talk to this guy, and I want some of the fans, the people to see this right here. And like I said, he's a contractor. He's a family guy. I mean, he's in the. Listen. It's a fourth generation roofer. What do you know about building roofs?
Put him on.
I asked you a question, Ray.
Oh, I don't know jack shit about it. I know you got to put them on a truss. You got to put some
Ray,
sheet of plywood down. You got to roll out.
No,
Listen,
Big
I
Ray.
don't know about roofs.
Big Ray, that's what I was thinking until I saw his job. This dude put the roof
He's
on.
He's an architect.
He put the roof on big buildings. You understand what I'm saying?
He's an architect.
Let me get him in here right now, because I see he ready to go. What's up, Danny, baby? What's up?
What's
Danny
up,
Baker,
fellas?
welcome to the
Man,
Cowboy
listen,
Podcast.
Ray, Ernest, man, it's an absolute blessing, man. It's a straight honor and a privilege to be here, man. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hey,
Doing
man,
well,
listen,
sir.
I'm glad to have you here, man. But, just reading a little bit stuff about you, I had to call my boy. You heard of Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat, right?
Of course.
Yeah, this Big Stevie is on here, too. Because I wanted him to hear you. I want him to hear what you are, what you're about. And I'm going to look at you as a young chocolate Vince McMahon. We looking for that.
Without the drama.
Yeah,
He's not on.
Without the drama.
The thing is, Vince McMahon took a company from what, $100 million to a $9 billion business. He had to make a hard decision. Now, once he got there, I think that's when he started having those crazy problems and stuff like that. But to get there, you can't take it away from Vince McMahon.
That's right.
And here you are, right here. You got a young brother like yourself, man. And I just want to hear. First of all, I want to hear, how does it feel, man? Fourth generation roofer. Tell me about that.
So it's a fourth generation construction professional in the family. We were in all different trades, and I honestly had an example, right? That's the one thing that I could tell you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear us?
I can hear Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray, you okay? All right, can you hear us, Stevie?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Test 1 2. Test 1
Check,
2.
check, check.
Check,
Okay.
baby, check. Maybe 1 2 3.
Little Rex in effect. I like that.
Fourth generation.
Yeah, nah, just in short, I was just blessed to have a dad that was in the family history, right? So if you looked at the house that I lived in when I was a kid, he would have great aunts, great uncles, second generation, third generation, pictures around the house in like the original frames, it looked like to me. So I grew up with just walking around the house, seeing all of these, people that was in my family from generations before just looking at me all day long. And I think it had an effect on me to want to, and it took a while, but it had definitely had effect on me to want to make sure that I maintain some level of legacy with what came before me.
So when did you know this is what you wanted to do? You wanted to carry on.
Yeah. So
Big
the thing
C,
about,
Big C, won't you put that ice thing down, man? Go ahead. We
he
tried
got,
to interview this kid on here, Stevie. Go ahead. Hey, Stevie, say hello to Channing.
Who is that?
Say hello to Channing. It is Channing.
What's up, brother?
what's going on, big dog? How you doing, fella?
I'm good, man.
Blessed
I'm
to
good.
meet you, man. Definitely
Thank
a privilege to meet you, brother.
Same here, brother. Same here.
This guy's a CEO. I mean,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
guy's smart, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Channing.
Yeah,
Well,
so basically, I've always had one dream, believe it or not, right? When I was a kid, I had the same dream. I got the same dream right now that I had when I was a child. And because I had the example of a dad to be that guy, when I had any issues or challenges in life, I kind of always had like a reference point to go to. You know what I'm saying? So whether I was in middle school, high school, college, I was either on a job site, I was handling some type of project management. He taught me how to do AutoCAD drafting when I was in high school. I was doing like performers, and I was doing a lot of really technical things when I was in like middle school, high school, and college. So that by the time I got to Morehouse, where I got a degree in applied physics, and then at Georgia Tech, when I got a degree in civil engineering, I had already been doing these things in repetition since I was a kid. So even though I'm dyslexic, I've always had a hard time learning and just really picking up on things relatively quickly. Maybe he knew that, and maybe that's why he started me so early. But when I started early, I never had an issue with the dream. The issue was I saw the ups and downs of an entrepreneur as a kid, like through the lens of a kid in my household, and that was it was a very it was a lot of ups and downs. Let me just say that. And, so I seen days, man, where riding around town, Pops had the Rolls Royce, might have took us out to London or Paris or something. And then I remember the days when, we got the lights cut off, I remember the days when, I didn't get anything for Christmas. And it wasn't because he didn't want to, it was because we didn't have anything. So I think it was like the frequency, it kind of had me scared a little bit to really jump into entrepreneurship full-fledged. But when I got divorced about 6 years ago, and I had about a 500 credit score and about $2,500 to my name, I decided at that point in time to like truly bet on myself. And that's
Whoa. Hey, take it easy, kid. Let's not tell all your information, because they might come back and want some of that money. I know. I see you around town. I know what you're doing, big dog. But but where you are right now, tell me your title. You're CEO and what else?
So I'm the president and CEO of Evolve Contractors. Again, we're a commercial roofing company and a commercial general contractor. So basically, we have a commercial general contractor's license, which means we can build anything we want to. But in addition to that, we are a licensed commercial roofer, and that's what our specialty is. We realize that in order to be of value in the market, you got to have a specialty, and we decided to go with the commercial membrane roofing systems, and that's what we're really targeted and focused on.
Okay.
Well, here in Atlanta, they talk about minority-owned business. Are you like a part of that, or are you just a business?
Nah,
How
listen.
do you see it?
No, I'm a majority. So basically, the reason why I was able to, get into the game and start on projects so big, I had to have a partner, and I had to have a partner that believed in me at the beginning. So back in, I would say 2020 or 2019, I was introduced to a company called Roof Technology Partners. And funny story, I never met the president. And again, this was back before I was doing my own thing. I was just working for a general contractor. So I'm on a plane. It's during COVID. I'm sitting there minding my business. And I looked to my right, and I could have sworn the white guy next to me, I could have sworn I saw my email address in his phone. So the first
You was
thing
a
I do
you
is
was a
I
nosy.
immediately smack his phone out of his hand. And at that point in time, I had to commit. I had to commit. I said, dude, how did you get my email? Do you have my information? And he says, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but first off, I'm emailing the guy that I work for, and I know I don't work for you. So I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I still got to commit. So I'm like, well, let me see your phone because I know I saw my information. He says, I was emailing cbaker at fs360.com, and that's not you. I said, I am C. Baker. He says, you're Channing Baker. I said, so we were emailing each other, sitting there on a plane together for, for the first 20 minutes of before we took off. Craziness.
Hey,
Wow.
listen,
Craziness.
I know 360. That's a big company. That's a great company to work for. So
Yeah.
I mean, are you with them? Are you part of their connection, or what? How
Yeah.
you associated with them?
Nah, that's a great point. So one of the really cool things about Ernest Ellis, again, great first name. He was one of the major proponents that helped me really truly believe in myself even more. So when I was working for him, I kind of let him know that I wanted to do my own thing and I wanted to carry on the legacy of my people. So when I left the company and there was an opportunity that was brought to my front door, and it was really big and it was something that I didn't want to take on by myself, he was the first number that I called. So right now we joint ventured on a $7.5 million project, building out a renovation here downtown where there was probably about $1.5 million of roofing. Excuse me, there was about $900,000 worth of roofing, and then the other 800,000 or so was all construction management work that we did.
Awesome.
Well, young brother, I mean, you doing your thing, man. And this is what I want to talk about, big you guys. This guy right here started a business. He's running a business. When you hear, let me ask you a question, Channing.
Mm.
How do you train your new guys? The new guys, how do you train them? I mean, roofing, you got to be physical tough and you got to be mental tough too, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been completely blessed and fortunate because when I started this business, I was really serious about identifying the principles that my family stood on and the principles that I stood on, and really just being present and looking for people who exhibited those same principles. Because at the end of the day, if you got the same work ethic, the same mindset, the same sense of quality and standard that I do, or if you're even the more or your standards are higher, then we're gonna do good business together. So I'm on the board for I actually chair a position at the board at Georgia Tech. So I'm always plugged in with the young kids. And I honestly use that as an opportunity to find the youngest talent, the most aggressive talent, because I had an inside track on all the young commercial construction guys that was at Georgia Tech. So I pretty much did my sales pitch every time I'm up there doing a guest speaking engagement. I always do my sales pitch, like, hey, listen, if you want to, get out here and really learn how to run a business and understand business and get engaged from the ground level up, and then expand your situation exponentially and relative in a short period of time. I tell them, I said, come on board. It's going to be hard. It's going to be 7 days a week. It's going to be a grind, but the benefits are going to way outweigh you going to work for, one of these larger companies where you're a peg in the wheel, where over here, and you make a small mistake, it's felt within the company, right? And people actually gravitate towards that because they want to be a part of something. People want to be a part of something, man. A lot of these people, a lot of these kids, they don't want to just work for a company where no one knows their name. So that was the
Amen.
pitch, and that's what's working for us right now.
So Big Stevie, how would you compare a pro wrestler who won a job and a construction guy, roofer, that won a job? Just listening to what he just said. He said he looked for people just like him who want to work. I mean, how do you think a wrestler should present himself to someone like him?
Well, that's the thing, man. Pro wrestling is the entertainment business, and it changes people's outlook on things. Pro wrestling can be the most diverse togetherness, or it can be the kind of mindset that likes to go rogue. Because see, when you're in the construction business, everybody's position means something. Like he just like he just chronicled. One mess up could mess with everybody. Whereas a bigger company, they just overlook it and keep on going. And like he was just chronicling again, like, hey man, I want to feel like I'm a part of something. Well, at one time in the business, I felt like I was a part of something. Then later on in my career, I felt like just another guy.
What were you?
Because that's how the business was growing. So one thing I always tell people is that when my brother and I came on the scene, the tag team scene that was from the 80s, that was really big, was dormant now. And we, as a real true tag team, we felt as though we brought it back to prominence. We was an intricate part of tag team wrestling on a professional wrestling show coming back to the prominence that it did in the 80s. And that's something I'm very, very proud of. But then as things went on, as you know, Kat, that started to erode because of certain people making decisions in our company. So when you ask me a question like, how does that compare? With all due respect, I don't think there's any comparisons.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, when I saw you guys come in, the energy that you guys would bring, it felt like y'all was walking in y'all purpose, right?
Right.
And the comparison I would say is that, I mean, you were gifted in a specific thing, right? You and your brother, you guys were talented at a specific thing. And I think you guys utilized that talent to the best of your ability. Y'all found whatever, because guess what? There's a lot of people that try wrestling. Y'all actually did it.
Well, you're 100% right, which this is the thing. In a wrestling company, what most people don't understand is everybody that works at the company is in charge of who you are, what your character is, and what you play.
Okay.
No different than a television show or a movie. So by the mere fact that what we did was so authentic, nobody thought for us. We thought of everything ourselves. So we wasn't put in that box, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that was one of the lucky things we were able to do at that time, was have creative control over our own gimmicks. And if we didn't do that, they wanted us to be the guys from the past, just a regurgitated version of all the African American guys from the past, because that's what they know. If that makes sense, that's what they know. And that's what's comfortable. So, but what we was doing was bringing word I'm trying to use?
Authenticity.
Yeah, authenticity to what today's guys look like. Super colorful, super angry, and unapologetic. But see, that's coming from our creativity and not the company.
Yeah.
Well, and that's very rare. Very rare.
So you laid down the rules.
Well, no, we told them we can't do what you're asking us to do. Then we on a one-way ticket back to Palookaville.
Yeah.
And we knew that. Because now you look just like everything from the past.
Yeah.
Hold on, Stevie, hold on. Let me ask you something, Channing. When you put a roof on, does it look like the last one you put on? Or do you try to work with the owner to do something different? Can you go out on your own and do exactly what you and create your own thing, your own moment?
Well, I mean, the one good thing about being a commercial roofer in the space that I'm in is that, you know, we don't have to be creative, right?
Okay.
All we got to do is follow the specifications and have a high level of standard. That's it. Now, the issue is, again, can you attack every day, no matter the weather conditions, no matter the job site conditions, no matter how the people are treating you and talking to you? Can you attack every installation with the same level of standard? Because here's the thing, there's difference between roofing and any other trade. When the weather hits, the last thing you want is a leak, okay? And there's only one trade that has to worry about that the most, and that's us. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason why there's most of the roofing companies that are around right now are some type of iteration of another company that went out of business. 70% of litigation in construction is a direct representation of water infiltration. So I didn't get in this business thinking that we were just going to be able to create something. I got in this business to solve a problem and to use my God-gifted ability of being meticulous and being a little bit of an asshole when it came to solving problems and never sleeping or never kind of letting anything go until like tomorrow doesn't exist in my fucking world. Excuse my language.
No, go right ahead.
Tomorrow is not a thing for me. It's not a thing for the people that work for me. We don't talk about that word. What we do is we try to focus on the present and make sure that we do whatever it takes to make sure that the install that we have today is done properly and to a certain standard.
Hey, man, you sound like a little young version of Stevie Ray over here doing the construction. That's just what he was just saying, Stevie.
In a lot of ways, yeah. But you was talking about hiring and stuff like that. But in a lot of ways, yeah. I didn't care. We didn't care. Back in the day, whether our goal was to have a great match. That was the goal, to make sure we entertained the people and gave them their money worth. And I think that's exactly what this young man is saying. Make sure you do the job well and give the people what they paid for, because that's what's going to make you more money.
Yeah.
Word of mouth sometimes makes more money than advertisement. And when you got a legacy of doing a good job, you're going to always land on your feet.
Correct.
That's right. Nah, it's been one of those things as a black contractor. I'm gonna be honest with you, fellas, that the microscope is pretty heavy, because by the nature of us being a black-owned company and a black-operated company, like that's the thing that really separates us from a lot of the people that's in the business. We invest in technology. I mean, listen, I flew the whole team out to Washington State last month to invest in electronic leak detection services. Okay. Which is something that just came around within the past 5 years. Why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to pay attention to the things that are trending when it comes to technology, innovation, and automation, most importantly, to make sure that we're still around to have that conversation.
Right.
If today wasn't the one, if today's times wasn't the one time where I could take all the hard work that Ernest put in, that Stevie put in, that your brother put in, I could take those lessons and then use technology to leverage that with y'all's aggression and with the technology, with that type of energy, bro. That's why I named the company Evolve. I wanted to be the evolution of what a black businessman was supposed to look like after taking the years in history of all of the stuff we had to go through. Because it's not like we couldn't do the work. It's not like we would. My dad trained all of his guys how to do every trade when he was in California back in the 60s and the 70s. He trained them to do plumbing, electrical work, all of that stuff.
Let me ask you this. Before you continue, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
As it pertains to trades, especially in our communities, why do you think there's a big erosion of that? Even though I have a great idea, but I would like to hear what you say. Why do you think? Because when I was coming up, you didn't have to go to college to make a living, because in some way, shape, or form, so many people in my neighborhood had trades in everything that you didn't even have to leave when I was coming up, you didn't even have to leave your neighborhood. Somebody knew how to do it. If it was roofing, if it was plumbing, if it was carpentry, if it was auto mechanics, if it was dealing with, appliances and stuff like that, you didn't have to leave your neighborhood. Somebody knew how to do it and do it pretty good. And what I'm asking you is, why do you think the trades, which everybody needs, has not filtered out in our neighborhoods like they used to?
Man, I don't think we got enough time for that question. That's a deep one right there. But one thing I would say,
because Ernest Miller got kicked out of wood shop.
Hey, bro, watch your mouth now. Don't try to embarrass me.
He couldn't even glue the wood.
Don't try to embarrass me in front of my fans.
I'm just letting my man know.
You don't need to let nobody know on my podcast.
That was a trade. That was a trade he was thinking about going in. So he stuck. They told him to stick to football.
I love it.
And karate.
He's talking about throwing that wood. He's
Damn.
talking about gluing no wood.
Hey, Shannon,
Yes, sir.
before you get on, before I let you go, tell me some of your favorite wrestlers.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. My all time favorite, I would say, and this is all time favorite. Number one is The Rock. You know, just because of my generation, he was kind of like led. I mean, he was just bigger than life, right? But what got me into it was Junkyard Dog. What got me into it was the Ultimate Warrior, because again, I mean, as a kid. Oh, and then Jake the Snake. You know what I'm saying? I think that Ted DiBiase. Again, when I saw Ted DiBiase coming in with the suit and the money, I mean, that made my blood, like, I was like, man, I feel like I could be that guy. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When you're a kid, you're always taught, at least in my generation, you were taught to just be quiet. Like, we weren't taught to like speak up and have a voice in the house. So the outlet for us was wrestling. Like outlet, we could be ourselves, like me and my brothers and me and my friend. We could wild out. We would imitate all you guys all the time. And guess what? That was our outlet instead of being in the streets. That was our outlet instead of doing something crazy. We had something entertaining, because as a kid, you need kids need to be entertained, okay? And I ain't talking about by the internet or some crazy videos, but you guys actually had good content, man, that really produced a lot of good people out here. So I thank you guys for that, for sure.
Well, you know what? I'm going to thank you for coming on, man. And we're going to stay in touch, brother, because I like what you're doing, man. And if it's ever anything we can do for you here at the Cat's Corner podcast, you want to talk about anything? Listen, Big Stevie Ray just came on just to see you.
Nah, I appreciate that, fellas. I really want to listen, but at the end of the day, for me, it's to that point, whatever I can do for you guys. I'm doing a lot right now, so we definitely want to connect. But I really feel like it's the people that's come before me that's giving me the energy that keeps me excited about doing the same thing every day, and it keeps me up. So I thank you, fellas. So hats off to y'all, man.
Hey, thank Recite too, because those are the guys that paid us to make sure we have you on here. And they said you were gonna be good. Wesley said this guy can talk. He's gonna be good. He know how to communicate, and you did a great job, man. You made my job easy.
Absolutely. You got me feeling bad, like I had something to do with holding all y'all back, and I ain't did shit. I'm on y'all's team.
You did.
I'll be honest with you.
You did.
Right in the back. I don't give a fuck.
You did. He's not going to take accountability.
I'm not.
He's not going to take accountability.
Stevie, your question is NAFTA. That's what fucked everything up.
I love y'all, man.
The brothers that ain't getting trade anymore. None of them white boys is getting any trade either.
No, because they privatized everything.
Right.
Hey,
everything
Steven, we'll talk about that later. Let this man get out of here.
Okay, bro.
He probably had things to do.
Ray the one brought up NAFTA, not me.
Hey, man.
Brother.
I didn't bring that up.
Damn
Thank
you,
you,
Bill
man.
Clinton.
Give me that elbow. I'll catch y'all later, man.
Right,
yeah, he put everybody in jail and took the trades away from him, man.
Absolutely.
Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I was
talk to Big Ray about it. I didn't want to bring it up.
Hey, Steven, see, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring. What the hell is that noise?
I don't know. I don't hear anything.
Steven, can you keep that milkshake thing you got in your hand? Can you put it down? Sound real loud.
Okay, man. My microphone picks up. I got one of real good microphones. It's a Yeti, man. It picks up everything.
That some bitch can hear a cat fart from 600 feet away.
Now, you know what? I remember one day I was doing a podcast with some other guys, and I left my television on downstairs, and they was like, man, what is that noise? and I couldn't hear nothing. Then I was like, I don't think I could hear my TV downstairs. And those guys could hear it. The microphone was picking it up. I had to go downstairs and cut the television off. Yeah, but these Yetis work good, man.
Well, it's a damn good microphone. It was a good show. Ernest is having to do a lot of things, wear a lot of hats today.
Why is that?
Because our buddy Cody's not on the show, our showrunner.
Oh, your producer? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not on today. He'll be on next week, but he couldn't do it today.
Okay.
So
well, I got a meeting. I got a meeting Wednesday that's going to open up, that could possibly open up something very, very good, Big Ray.
All right. Is this for everybody or just for Stevie Ray?
Oh, just for me, man.
Oh, okay. Well, then, hey, I appreciate it. Let us know how the Bahamas
No. The cat, anything I'm involved with, the cat is involved with.
Oh, shit. Big Ray said, yes, we're here.
But no, it could be good for all of us. It could be good, man. But I'll know more Wednesday. I got a meeting, virtual meeting, like a Zoom meeting. Oh, goddamn, I got 2 Zoom meetings Wednesday. I forgot about that.
Hey, let's go off live right quick. Let's tell everybody thank you for joining us here on the Cat's Corner. Don't go nowhere, Stevie. We'll talk about it all the time.
Okay.
Let's thank Recite and thank our friend Channing, the Evolve contractors. He's done a hell of a job. Thanks to Wesley and Recite. And join us next week when we'll be back with more on the business of wrestling.
No, we won't be on the business of wrestling.
We will. Don't you tell us what we're going to do.